Speaking of best thing on the show, one of the best things on 83 Weeks is when Eric Bischoff talks about AEW or Dave Meltzer. In one such instance recently, Eric Bischoff called it on 83 Weeks, or not even recently, this is a while ago. He says, in regards to AEW running a stadium show in Australia, you were right, Uncle E. So Easy E right again. Let's see what him and Conrad Thompson have to say about this, I guess, stadium show moving. However, this is Time Cop. Once again, Time Cop. Because Bischoff said this previously, and he was right in the future. And it's kind of like he was in two places at once, because he's probably sitting in that same chair right now. Time Cop.
I like the Australia opportunity, Eric. I think I might be more bullish about that one than I am Dallas. What say you?
I'm exactly the opposite. I think it's look, I'm not saying it can't happen, but if you look at the success of Australia,
JD was ripping on a kid and his two chins. Yeah, so we're gonna make fun of kids. You know what I mean? Come on, dude. That's where it's like the lowest of low hanging fruit. You make fun of a fat kid,
right?
That's the angle. Hot angle, bud. Real good. I'm always beeping. No, it's just like, come on, bro. For real, that's the criticism.
Right.
I don't know. It's like, come on, bro. He's a kid. Yeah, he's a chubby, funny kid. We get it, right?
Right.
The truffle shuffle, ha. You know what I mean? It's like the easiest. Oh, the kid has two chins. Oh, fucking
yeah.
Anyways,
promotions,
total weak sauce.
Yeah.
Setting WWE aside, over the last 20 years, they're dismal failures.
Are you gonna pull my finger and give me a wet willy at the same time, there, Jada? What do you?
It's just first of all, you have the cost. The expense is astronomical. This is not like running, cities.
How about a whoopee cushion? You got a whoopee cushion hidden somewhere? What are we gonna?
JD does look like he's been stuffed in a locker, so maybe he's got some pent up.
Come on,
yeah.
I mean, come on now, Alt Jake. That's not very fair. To say.
Come on now, Eric.
Nice. Well done.
Here in the States, I would say the costs are essentially going to be not 3 times as high, but damn close. Somewhere between 2.5 and 3 times as high. Your expenses are just going to be through the roof. There is no television there, so what to speak of? There's very little nobody's watching the show in Australia. So you're bringing an American wrestling company that's on TV in America that nobody really knows about, beyond the hardcore wrestling fans that know about it through the internet, because that's the only place it's available. And you're banking on putting 10,000 seats in an arena. And by the way, I was in Australia recently. It's a very expensive place.
Facts.
Inflation has really
facts. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about it here in the States and around the world. And yes, it's an issue everywhere. It's really an issue in Australia. So to think that you're going to be able to put 10,000 people, you're going to convince.
And he was saying 10,000, and that's what they're aiming for now.
Right.
And I bet they go to that 13K one, and I bet like it will be over 10. It'll be 10 or above, but Tony will pad it last minute. It'll jump like 15, 25%, which you can track at WrestleTix. People do it all the time. A lot of these, now I get it. People walk up last minute and you can get cheaper tickets last minute. Yeah, that's a factor, but a large chunk like that when they promote for all these months, it's, I don't know, man. It seems a little fishy. So if Tony pads it a little bit, yeah, it'll be over 10K in a 13K seater, and that's cool. But they won't even sell that out. And Bischoff even called it. He's like, to think you'll do 10K, let alone this stadium, right? And then what are they going to do in Texas? They might as well move that one too, because there's no way. You might as well just run a smaller joint at that place. But I don't know.
10,000 people to part with. I don't know what the ticket prices would look like, but they would have to be really high to help to even cover expenses. I just think unless there's a magic formula somewhere that I can't see, horrible. Wouldn't do it. But it's exciting.
We actually have an updated response from Conrad. He has
come on now, Eric.
Speaking of Botchamania, so here's a picture of Mila Moore, who's an independent wrestler, and Wardlow.
Good Lord.
This is his girlfriend, I believe. I believe they're dating. I don't know if fiance or just dating, whatever. but they're at the International Wrestling Cartel, IWC. So the not sicko IWC, the professional IWC, pal. And I quote tweeted this. I was like, bro, they look literally like Superman and Wonder Woman in real life, bro. How are these two not? How is Wardlow not the guy who is being built up to take Moxley out and save AEW right now? What the fuck is going on? And who's she? Sign her to a company and start developing her. How tall is she? She looks like she's. How tall is Wardlow? Like 6 something, right? He's got to be
3, 6'4".
Okay,
something.
she's what?
Big
6. She's 5'11", 6 feet. She's kind of kneeling too. You see the way her knees bend. She's like 6 in boots. What the like?
Yeah,
she's bodied up. She looks like Wonder Woman. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing, Tony Khan? How are these two not gearing up to beat the out of Moxley and Marina Shafir and take AEW back from the? You got the story. They're dating too.
Do you remember how Triple H was booking Karrion Kross before he went up to Raw and put the mask on and was completely ruined for pretty much the rest of his life? Like, imagine that booking, but with them, where she's more of an ass kicker than Scarlett was.
Oh,
the best guy is Tony Khan.
Why is no one booking that? That's just amazing.
We just had Orange Cassidy,
right? Oh my god,
Mox, man. Even if Mox beat Wardlow, like how is this not the guy you're building? Oh no, we got Garcia versus Yuta. He should be beating them both at the same time in a handicap match. Is what should happen.
To Jack Perry.
Nuts, man. So here we go. I just wanted to bring this to the show. Like, look at these two, and Tony's not using this guy right here, who looks like he should be in a Christopher Nolan film. You know, what's going on? They need to go to NXT. So speaking of like,
his build height is 6'3", according to Wikipedia.
So there you go. She's kind of kneeling. So 6 feet, 5'11", like in 6 in boots. What the, Megan Bain, I get it, but like, who's that chick right there? No one's even seen her. Build her up before people see her. That's an old thing that doesn't happen in wrestling anymore too, right?
Yeah.
You see a guy, he just looks crazy, and it's like, you here. Did anyone see you come in the building? There's a famous story with Kamala and Jerry Lawler, I believe, where he saw him coming through the back door or whatever, and Jerry says to him, like, did anyone see you come in this building? And he's like, no, sir, I came in through the back. And he's like, get over here. And they put paint on him and made him the Ugandan cannibal giant or whatever. It's like, that's a miss. Same with Braun Strowman. Like, I didn't realize I saw him as one of the Rosebuds before. When I just saw him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I didn't realize till people pointed out, like, he was one of the Rosebuds before. And I was like, who is this guy? Triple H kept him a secret. He did a couple NXT live, like, house shows, and that was it. So we need more guys like that, too. So whoever that girl is, man, Mila Moore, I guess I just blew her spot up. But, yeah, someone scoop her up, too, just that look alone.
Seriously.
Yeah. So, anyways, Blue League and Gold League.
6 foot. Yeah, man. Book them.
Some good news, I guess, for AEW, because the Continental Classic now, again, they have a women's tournament, like a 4-company 4-way tournament at Wrestle Dream, they announced. However, in the interim, I guess, until then, we have the beginnings of the Continental Classic now. There's a lot of people. Shout out Marie Shadows. Go and check her channel out. She'll break down the ins and outs of why this is like a knockoff, lazy version of like the G1 or the N1 or whatever. She breaks it down way better than anyone else can. So check out that channel. She points out why it's lazy as far as like the booking of it and the way I don't know. You got to ask her. But as far as me, I look at the matches and I go, okay, this could be kind of cool. These type of tournaments interest me in Japan a little bit more back when I was more of a New Japan mark. But I don't know. No one's really, when TNA tried it, it didn't really work all that well for me. They would do the round robin thing as well. They had, what was it called, Jake? I forget. In TNA,
I remember.
Yeah, the whatever they called it. It was
they called it. Damn it.
They have the Blue League and the Gold League here. We got Okada in the Blue League, Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, the Beast Mortis, Mark Briscoe, Shelton Benjamin, and in the Gold League we have Will Ospreay, Juice Robinson, Brody King, Ricochet, Claudio Castagnoli, and Darby Allin. I don't know who's going to win this thing. Tony's going to book it the same as he booked last time. There's going to be like one guy that's going to scrape through at the end. You know, he'll rally back. He'll lose his first 4 matches and then rally back or whatever. I think the way it's set up, we see Fletcher and Ospreay in the finals, just because Tony thinks that's what will get Fletcher more over, and then it'll be a way for them to like continue their feud without having to actually tell a story. So I'm down with it, I guess. But again, Garcia wins the TNT title, and instead of a great story to follow up with or anything, he's just another guy in the Blue League and probably won't even win the thing. And we have a trios champion over here who's in the thing, and we have the Continental champion who had to win a whole. Wasn't this whole Continental Classic thing for the Continental Championship or the Triple Crown title the first time? And then what's come of that belt? Nothing. And now Okada's just a guy in this tournament for a belt he won last year that amounted in what? Like, what was the point of the whole thing? So, it's just stupid. Champions, meaningless, whatever. Of course, Ricochet's in it. And, just using who he can. And I think the whole idea here is everyone's random other than Fletcher and Ospreay. So that'll be the finale. And just by coincidence, they'll meet. Because with Tony, that's how it works. It's always like, by coincidence, these two guys win the Battle Royal or whatever. It's never like... It's not like Fletcher's battling through anything to get to Ospreay, or Ospreay has to battle through to get to Fletcher again. You know, who won at the pay-per-view, wasn't it?
It was Fletcher.
No, it's Fletcher. Good. Yeah, that's the right guy. That's the right guy. So maybe Ospreay wins the whole thing and beats Fletcher in the end. Who knows? But I would have Fletcher win this too. If you're going to build a guy up and have a homegrown guy, just go with him. Ospreay hasn't changed anything. Fletcher, there's still a chance. It's not like he's ever tanked the ratings. There's a chance where he could start to get you ratings. Ospreay he's not getting any ratings for anyone, you know, and he's an established guy. Fletcher, build him up, keep doing what you're doing. I'd say just go with him.
Tell stories. Yeah. You can tell stories.
Keep telling stories with him. Give him the stick, even though your dumb fans don't like it. It makes good TV. AEW Grand Slam Australia is likely moving to another venue, and it should be announced sooner than later via Fightful. Shout them out for that. Grand Slam Australia, it's moving. So it is what it is. We talked about it. There's further details as we go on. Other things in jeopardy, AEW Shockwave, their future remains in limbo amid ongoing discussions, and all that Fox talk had to do with like Fox Latin America or whatever, where it's the same thing as like WWE's on TNT in the UK. So what does it matter? It's meaningless. It's a meaningless thing.
That thing with Swerve and that football team. We about to be on Fox. Like, shut up.
Yeah, we talked about New Japan a little bit, though. The Young Bucks have a message for Wrestle Dynasty. And shout out New Japan Global. Don't pull us down or Don Stevens us. Here, I'll leave it small because I don't know how New Japan Global get down.
They're pretty brutal from what I understand.
Okay, they need the plugs, though.
Yeah, from what I understand, that's why you don't see a lot of Botchamania, because like they're real bad about it.
Bro, they need the plugs more than anyone.
I would think so too. Yeah, just that's the rumor as I understand it.
All right.
I don't know.
Leaving it small, pausing it a lot. We'll just see what it's just. This was cringe, so we got to bring it to the show because the Bucks are just being cringe. So they're in Jack Perry's backyard here. It looks like.
Oh God.
Premier River. Just get the job done. I don't care if you have to work on Christmas Day, for God's sake.
They're drinking from Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder mugs. No, I'm just joking. I don't know, but that's funny, right?
Just get the visa done.
No. Is that not funny? Hey, I don't know. Here we go.
Wrap it up. Love you. Bye.
All right. Oh, hey there. Didn't see you there, camera guy. It's Matthew Nicholas Jackson.
They're doing Jericho's promo from his palatial estate when he did the little bit of the bubbly.
Your EVPs, the Young Bucks, the most successful tag team to ever come out of New Japan. The biggest names to ever come out of Bullet Club. And as you can see, oh, wow, look at that. New Hall of Fame inductees. They even give me my sleep number on this bad boy.
It's so cringe that they're still putting the Observer over. And I know they think that, it's Heat, we're heels. They're heels. People hate them. No, it's go away Heat, bro. There's such a difference. Like, there's people want you to just go away. And then there's people like
Nobody
want to
listens.
see you lose a fight. No one wants you to. The problem with go away heat is no one wants to even see you lose a fight, and that's not good.
Yep.
That's not good. No one wants to see you get your ass kicked, bro. That ain't a good thing.
It's incredible. Hey, Matthew, we've been working at home, safe and sound, away from all the danger here at the AEW International Departments.
But I know you are too.
AKA Jack Perry's backyard.
Right?
I'm exhausted and I'm tired of working from home. That's why we've decided to come back to Japan on January 5th.
Oh, Wrestle Dynasty. There's one thing that Matthew and Nicholas need to accomplish before we retire, and that's get the IWGP heavyweight titles back around our waist.
Why? Why do you need
Right.
to accomplish that before you retire? Let's see if they tell us. They're not gonna tell us, though.
One more time.
Tokyo, your rich, God-fearing uncles are coming back.
See, here's the problem. Here's the problem, man. Let's take it to the Costco guy, right? So even the big AJ or whatever, whoever, I don't know these people's names, right? Big Boom AJ, right?
Yeah.
He knew, he goes, the place, the time, okay, the Bucks are saying that, but he said it for QT. This problem with me might have started 20 years ago, but I've just been living my life. And for me, it started when he dissed the double chocolate chunk cheese or whatever he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, right? The cookies. I guess he likes the cookies and the pizza from Costco. So like he said why QT's mad at him and what he's feeling towards the thing and why but when I hit the power boom and I do this, he's giving you a reason for everything. The Bucks are like, we've been avoiding all the danger, but we want to jump back into danger to get these tag belts we've already had 7 times before we retire. Why do you want to do that though?
Insider stuff about the biggest names at a Bullet Club when Cody exists, and
well, right, and that I get. That's kind of good healing. That's kind of like, yeah, we're the biggest names ever at a Bullet Club. There's on every. That's kind of good heat. I get that could get you good heat. Well, what about Cody? What about these other guys? Yeah, they're being heels. I get it, but then when you just pile on like the unaware, like how does the Costco guy cut a better promo? Him and his kid did a better promo.
His kid did a better promo. Not even him, just his kid did too.
That's where these guys were exposed. The Bucks were just on TV. They were just exposed as like every week. If you got to watch these guys, it loses the allure of what they had when you could just clip them and put them on Twitter or whatever, So enough of these guys. I don't want to hear more of that. But